Thanks for joining me for today's yoga practice. Today's session I'm going to walk you through the Sun Salutation A. This sequence is a series of poses that flow together to help create a sequence of movement in the body. It helps to get the blood flowing, the energy flowing, warms up all the muscles. It's a really great way to start your day. It's also a great way to warm up before you move into any kind of advanced yoga practice or any really deep stretches. It's great paired with any of my other yoga videos as well. So to begin, we're just going to stay in a seated position, finding a few deep breaths here together. Hand can find the lower belly, taking in a deep breath, filling up the lower belly, and exhale. Release. Let go of any tension in the shoulders. Inhale, fill the belly, pushing the hand away. Exhale. Stomach contracts. Inhale, one last time, fill up the belly. And exhale, release. Bring the hands together at the heart. Inhale, hands up to the ceiling, and exhale, reaching over to the right for a side bend. Opening up the side body, feeling the stretch from the hip all the way to the fingertips, staying rooted in the hips, not lifting up. On your next inhale, lift both arms up. And exhale over to the left, reaching long. Staying firmly lifted, the left hand keeping you up. Right hand reaching long, planted through both hips. On your next inhale, lift both arms up. And exhale, twist to the right. Left hand will find the right knee, right hand will prop you up. Breathing deep into the belly. On your next inhale, unravel, arms come up, and exhale over to the left. Sitting tall, making sure the spine is nice and straight. Good posture here in this twist. On your next inhale, unravel, arms come up. As you exhale, release, stretching out nice and wide, opening the chest. As you lower the arms down. Releasing the hands to the ground. Moving into a cat and cow before we begin, warming up the spine a little bit more. Coming to that tabletop position. Inhale, fill the belly, lift the tail, gazes forward and down. Exhale, tuck the tail around the spine, push away for cat pose. Let the head just fall between the arms. Biceps frame the ears. Inhale, lift the tail, lifting the head, gazing forward and down. Exhale, round the spine, pushing the floor away, pushing the spine away. Inhale, last time, cow pose. Feeling the stretch through the back. Releasing through the belly, exhaling, tuck the tail, round the spine. On your next inhale, coming to neutral tabletop. From here, tuck the toes and begin to walk up, joining me in a standing position. From here, we find a standing posture. Feet are grounded. I like to lift up my toes, finding the four corners of the feet. You can really establish the arches of your feet here. Root into the feet. Knees are slightly bent, not locking any of the joints. but still remaining firm. Muscles are engaged. Pelvis isn't tilting in one direction or the other. Nice and neutral. Core is engaged. Good tall posture. Chest is open, shoulders are back. Arms are down and at the sides, palms facing forward. We are in anatomical position here in mountain pose. Not just collapsing or just standing, however, standing with intention. We want to carry this mindfulness, this engagement, this really good posture with you into every single yoga pose. Whether you're in plank or a downward dog, even in a seated position, you still want to have this core engagement and this postural awareness, always. From here in mountain pose, we then move into a forward fold. As you exhale, begin to release, bend the knees. Make sure the spine has lots of room to stay long. If the legs are really tight and you feel like you're just hunching, you want to bend the knees, give yourself lots of space to fold. On an inhale, we lift up into a halfway lift. Body's parallel with the floor, hands can find the hips or stay on the thighs. Exhale, back to that fold. Hands will find the ground, and we step back into a plank pose. You can stay up on the toes, or you can drop to the knees. Choice is yours. Take a deep breath here at the top of your plank, and as you exhale, lower down. Knees, chest, chin find the floor. On an inhale, press into the palms, tops of the feet, the thighs for cobra. Not crunching the neck, gaze is forward and down. Elbows are not locked, they're still loose. Don't crunch the ears and shoulders together. We want to be out of the shell, shoulders back and away. From here, tuck the toes, coming up to downward dog. Lift the hips, bend the knees in your downward dog if your legs are tight. Same thing in that forward fold. We want to give the spine enough room to stay nice and long. You can walk the dog, walking one heel to the ground at a time. This helps to warm up the legs, the calves, the hamstrings. On your next inhale, begin to walk forward, and exhale, fold into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, this time we peel up, rounding, lifting the arms, standing up nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. That's a basic sun salutation. That is my favorite variation to go through. I am going to go through one more variation. It's a little more modified. Great for beginners or if there's any kind of mobility issues. So to begin, we'll begin in hero's pose. Not coming into a standing, just coming from a seated position. In hero's pose. As we inhale, we'll lift the arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Into a child's pose, you can take the arms back here, or take them forward. Inhale, peeling up into tabletop. Moving through cat and cow to warm up the spine. Inhale, cow, fill the belly, lift the tail. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Inhale, lift the tail, gaze comes forward. Exhale, round the spine. On your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. From here, sit back into child's pose. Taking the knees wide, you can take the arms out in front, or again, tuck them behind. On your next inhale, begin to walk the hands up towards the body. Inhale the arms up, and exhale hands to the heart. Now that's a more modified variation. Again, great for anybody if you have any kind of mobility issues. Very versatile and low impact. Now I want to move through one last principle. We'll move through one last variation of Sun Sal A. There are more advanced variations, but we'll explore those later. For now, I just want to stick to the basics. And this next series that I'm going to go through, the message is more important than the actual poses. So choose to follow along either the more modified version or with me in a modified variation of this next Sun Sal. Coming back to standing. How I like to think about sun salutations is with every inhale, we are really receiving. And with every exhale, the heart is releasing and giving energy towards the ground. So with every inhale, it's opening up, receiving energy. With every exhale, flowing to the ground, releasing energy. Right, so we'll go through this one last time. With this kind of mindfulness and meditation, let's flow through this sun salutation together. As we inhale, lift the arms and the heart up towards the sky. Exhale, release the heart towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, lift the heart. Exhale, release, heart sinks, find your way to plank. Inhale at the top, open that heart. Exhale, release on down, heart melts to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Again, lifting that heart, opening the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Heart sinks forward, melting towards the ground. You can walk the feet here while we hang out in downward dog. On your next inhale, looking forward, begin to walk the feet towards the hands. Exhale, find a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chest lifts, heart opens. Exhale, heart sinks, release to the ground in a fold. Inhale, peeling up, lifting all the way up, arms lifting to the sky. Open your heart one last time, and exhale, hands to heart. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga practice. I hope that this helped you kind of better understand the sun salutations and a bit of the theory behind it. Like I said, it's a great way to warm up in the morning. It's absolutely wonderful to pair with other yoga videos, and it makes for a really mindful practice when you pair that heart flow with the movement and the breath. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.